Top Talent Live Ever podcast, episode 7. Coming up first, we've got Mr. Eddie Bullen here from Toronto, Canada. Eddie, how's things, dude?
Well, it's good, Mark. It's good, Mark. We're getting a lot of snow, but I guess it's Canada, so it's to be expected.
That's it. Well,
Yeah.
Before we get any questions, let's just let people hear some of your music. So there's a song that I've noticed you use, Sunset Marquee. It's quite a recent one. Do you want to let us know your story behind this? Or do you want to tell everybody who you are first? What's your accolades and what type of musician are you actually? Maybe I should ask first of all.
Well, there are about 3 components to Eddie Bullen. I am a piano player. I'm a jazz piano player. I do a lot of performances. I'm also a producer. I produced lots of different genres, lots of different artists. I've produced over 250 albums over the years as being a producer. I have been nominated for several Juno Awards, which is sort of the equivalent to the Grammy Awards. I've been nominated for a Grammy. I've worked in a lot of genres. I've worked with some of the jazz artists. I've worked with R&B artists. I've worked with rap artists, and also pop as well too. I've had some success in pop stuff as well too. And back in the day, I had a group with a friend of mine called Ed Ian Cartel, where we did a lot of dance stuff. I've been kind of hanging around this business for a long time.
Was our guest from the last podcast show, Liberty Silver, involved in that song? I think we featured that for her. Was she involved in that song or that guy? What is it, the Ed Ian Cartel?
Yeah, she was involved in that as well too. So myself and Liberty, who's a fabulous singer, I produced a lot of her records, and we're friends. We've been friends, and a lot of the projects that I've been a part of, she's been a part of it as well too. So most of the artists that I've worked with over the years, I just think it's a privilege that they they work with me. I actually from a small island called Grenada. I don't know if any of you.
Yeah, I've heard of that for sure.
Actually, Grenada is one of the islands that was had a war with the U.S. many years ago. Anyway, but it's about 110,000 people, and I immigrated to Canada, when I was in my teens, and just went straight into the music business, and was very fortunate to tour with a lot of people, and also to produce a lot of different artists from several different genres. So anyway, that's a bit of a background of Eddie Bullen. I have a record company as well too, small record company. It started with me, doing my smooth jazz. I'm a smooth jazz artist. So I started, just signing smooth jazz artists, and then it sort of morphed into sort of R&B and pretty much R&B. I do and other smooth jazz artists. So that's kind of what I've done. I've one of my songs, actually, it's a song called Mardi Gras, which was on Billboard. I think it hit number 15 on Billboard in 2015. So anyway,
it's a pleasure to have you, Eddie. It really is. It really is. So let's screen share one of Eddie's songs, Sunset Marquee. I'll just let this lovely lady carry in first. Let's screen share Sunset Marquee by Eddie Bullen. It'll take me a little second here. I'm embarrassing. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Let's go. Absolutely brilliant. Sorry, Eddie, I just muted there. There's a wee bit of an echo there. Yeah, everybody's loving it. Who's the drummer and who's the bass player? Because that was some main bass line as well. Sorry, you're back muted again there, Eddie.
Yeah. It's funny. The drummer and the bass player are my two sons.
Oh no, wow, nice one. Well,
so I keep it in the family.
Like father, like son, nice one. Nice
yeah. I figured I'd keep an eye on them.
So my father was saying it's very easily listened. Chean's saying, "What's Chean? I love the way this song makes me feel. Feels just like a fire." Yeah. So Eddie, there's another song, "Every Little Thing." It features, is it Jason Simmons? Jason with a B.
Jason Simmons.
Yeah. Yes. What's the history behind "Every Little Thing," dude? Tell us about that one.
Every little thing you do is magic. I figured you guys know the title of that song. That's a Sting song that I took and sort of did my Eddie spin on it. And there's a young man who's been working with me over the years doing leads and backgrounds for demos for artists, and his name is Jason Simmons. And so he did the leads on that. And I like what Sting does. I like, his songwriting. It's one of my favorite artists. So I thought of just taking that song and making it into a sort of smooth jazz, funky kind of, jam. So, yeah, I mean,
jazz and funk always go together, don't they? The two genres they're like tied together quite a lot. Like a few of my friends are musicians and like jazz and funk both together, and it's so cool. It's when you just want to sit back and bob your head, jazz music.
I mean, the thing is, a lot of the musicians that played on a lot of the records a lot of the musicians that played on a lot of the music that we like are pretty much, a lot of jazz guys. For example, there's a documentary called The Wrecking Crew. I'm not quite sure if you guys ever heard. It's on Netflix, and it gives you a backstory of all the jazz musicians who played on, a lot of the songs, the Mamas and the Papas, the Beach Boys. They played on a lot of those things. So, I think jazz and popular music goes hand in hand. I mean, there was a time when jazz was popular music back in the day. So I think we stand on the shoulders of a lot of jazz stuff.
Absolutely. I'm a firm believer. Like, I think there's a different time of day for different genres. Like I've said it before, but, I can never put any genre down. I would just say I'll not listen to it now. I'll listen to it either later or like some genres are for different times of the day. That's my best way of putting it, to be fair. But can I screen share this song for everyone now? It's called "Every Little Thing," featuring Jason Simmons. 1, 2, 3, every little thing.
I've tried before to tell her of the feelings I have for her in my heart. Every time that I come near her, I just lose my nerve as I've done from the start. Every little thing she does is magic. Everything she do just turns me on. Even though my life before was tragic, now I know my love for her goes on. Every little thing she does is magic. Everything she do just It's a big enough umbrella, but it's always me that ends up getting wet. No. Every little thing she does is magic. Everything she do just turns me on. Even though my life before was tragic, now I know my love for her goes on. Every little thing she does is magic. Everything she do just turns me on. Even though my life before was tragic, now I know my love for her goes on. Call her up 1,000 times a day and ask her if she'll marry me in some old-fashioned way. But my silent fears have gripped me long before I reached the phone. Long before my tongue has tripped me, must I always be alone? Every little thing she does is magic. Everything she do just turns me on. Even though my life before was tragic, now I know my love for her goes on. Every little thing she does is magic. Everything she do just turns me on. Even though my life before was tragic, now I know my love for her goes on. Beyond, beyond, beyond.
Absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely, Ed.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
The comments are all everybody saying the same stuff here as well. I'll move on to the next one, and it's a 3-digit number. It's not your local postcode, is it? 416.
Yeah.
What is that? What's that? What's the story behind that? I'm just making a joke. I know it's not behind your postcode. But,
it's the area code. It's the area code.
It's behind your area code. Oh, right. No worries. Like,
yeah.
Some of the UFC fighters talk about the 209 and all this about their area codes, and I just wonder, is that about his area code? And it is.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So that's the Toronto area code.
Yes.
416.
Yeah. Like if you listen, go ahead. Like if you listen to Drake call it the 6, right? For but it's 416. So I just do the whole thing. 416.
Nice one. Well, how old is this song? Is it a recent song? Is it a bit older?
That is an older song. That song came out in 2000. This 416 came out in 2000, and that also peaked on Billboard on the smooth jazz charts.
Nice one, dude. Nice
one. And it features a saxophone player by the name of Alex Walker, who's really wonderful saxophone player. It features another gentleman by the name of Nicholas Branca, who's an amazing bass player. He plays a lot with Roberta Flack. So on that song. So yeah.
What I'll do is we'll play this and the next one, then we'll do a round robin of everyone who's wanting to get a question and stuff like that. I think that's the more professional way we'll do it. So 416 by Mr. Eddie Bullen. Here it comes, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely fan-dabby-dozy.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's too many people coming in here to all be in the one screen. I can't even do it. I'm trying my best.
Thank you, guys.
So, Ed, the next one, To Who He Believes. Is this about the Lord, by any chance?
Pardon me?
Is that about the Lord, by any chance? To Who He Believes? Or is about believing in yourself, one of the two?
Yes, that's kind of really what it is. You know, this is one of my first solo albums that I produced, and there's a gentleman from the Virgin Islands. His name is Neville Peter, and he came into my studio, and we were working on a song for another artist, and he's had such an amazing voice that I was working on this song, and I said, listen, man, you just got to go into the booth and just do whatever you feel like. He went into the booth and did this just one take amazing performance of just scatting. Like, I mean, a lot of people don't scat anymore, but in jazz, you know, if you listen to people like Ella Fitzgerald, who was an amazing scatter, I loved that. And I wanted to have some of that, but have it a bit modern. So what we did is we put on a bit of a jungle. I was doing a lot of reggae at the time. I was doing a lot of remixes for like people like Frankie Paul and Dennis Brown and all of that stuff. At the time, jungle came out. A lot of those reggae guys. I had a guy who was managing those guys. So he gave me all these stems, the vocal stems, and I built all these jungle beats for these guys. So I was doing that record at the time, and at the same time I was doing my record. So I kind of mixed that jungle sound, and I had Neville put that his sort of scatting sound on top of it, and it's just amazing. It's one of my favorite songs from, you know, my CDs. But yeah, man,
let's go for it. To Who He Believes. Yeah. And then everyone, we can get a question in, or a question or two into Eddie. That's the best part of the show, getting to know each other. So 1, 2. Wow, that's one of my favourite songs now as well, Eddie. I'm going to listen to that later, full blast.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, I'd just like to run round everybody with any questions that they might have, if everyone would like to unmute themselves quickly. I'll start with my wee other half up the stairs there. KLJ, how are you doing?
Well, oh wow, Eddie, I've really enjoyed your music. It gets me kind of want to have a little dance, but I do want to show everyone my dancing skills. So if you see a blank screen, I'm having a little dance around the corner.
Okay, I noticed.
But I've got a question for you, Eddie. How many instruments do you play?
I'm just a piano player, but I have a computer, and that's I pretend to be a bass player, I pretend to be a drummer, and all of that stuff. So some of the stuff that you're hearing is me doing all the programming. Occasionally, I'll bring musicians in, and we do live off the floor
together. Yeah. And my next question for you, Eddie, are you planning to come to the UK for a tour at all, or are you over in Canada this year doing many tours or live performances?
Yeah, I'm doing some live performances in Canada, but I'd love to come to the UK. I mean, every opportunity that I've gotten in the past, it's been trumped by something that I'm doing. Because I do a lot of recording. So sometimes, the studio is booked, and I have to stay here and I have to record. I have from everywhere, and so yeah, sometimes it's challenging. But I would love to. I've never played in the UK, but I have family in the UK.
I will be there.
Yeah,
I'll definitely come to that. Well. I think watching you perform, just seeing it on the screen is good enough, but to actually be around when you're playing and performing, I'd love that. So try and come to the UK soon.
I will.
Mr. Craig Snape, aka Kung Fu Jesus, how are you doing, dude?
Hi, yeah. Are you a classically trained pianist?
Yes, I've been classically trained.
I could tell. That's really good. Also, I was really enjoying the harmonies. I was wondering if it comes very easily to you.
Yeah, well, it does. I mean, most of that song was performed by a guy by the name of Neville Peter, and he did all the harmonies and all of that stuff on it. But
okay.
Because I'm producing, so I kind of give some directions as to what I want.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I was wondering, so you don't sing the harmonies yourself then?
No, I don't sing the harmonies. I'm always directing people to sing harmonies. So
nice. I take it you come up with the harmonies yourself though, and then you just tell them what to do. Right.
Yeah. I know what I want, so I can direct, singers into kind of what I want to hear.
I usually need to sing all the harmonies myself because I've not really got any friends.
Well, I mean, if you could do it, if I could do it, if I could have done it, I would have done it. But I don't.
Eddie, Craig's a guest next week. Kung Fu Jesus. So if you're not doing anything next week, try and come and see Craig. His music's unique. He's a wonderful musician. He's got about 23 albums.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Is that right?
I've got a lot of albums, but they never made me any money. But they're good. I've got some fans like all over the world, but I've not really got. I never really broke it to the big time. See, what programs do you use to record?
Cubase.
Cubase. I used to use Cubase years ago. Lately, I've been using Sonar. That was my friend that can introduce me to that. So how's Cubase these days?
Cubase is amazing. I mean, I'm going to tell you, I bought the first. Well, it used to be called Pro 24. Steinberg had a thing called Pro 24, and that came out in 1987. And that's when I bought one of the first sequencing software that came out, and I was on the team to promote it, and I used to beta test it. They'd send me the stuff, the software before, so I can check it out and I can make suggestions. Nice. So I've been using Cubase, I don't know, for forever, and it works. And I mean, Yamaha has bought Steinberg now. So they put all their research and development behind it. So it's pretty robust. It's a really strong, sequencing software.
What version do you use these days?
11.
11. Okay, because I've just got my new setup studio, so I'm actually thinking about what software to use. I was going to go with Sonar, but I might go with Cubase like the old days.
Yeah, I mean, and
So
the
you
technical
recommend it?
yeah, you know, they have their technical support is really strong as well too. If you know, if you have any problems, they can help you with the forum and stuff like that. So it's, I mean, for me, I know it. I can get around on it very easily. I can do pretty much anything that I feel like doing, you know, change the tempos, you know, tune vocals, all of that stuff. It's just amazing, man.
Nice.
This one. Richard Charles Grew, how are you doing? This is our fourth guest this evening, another pianist master, by the way. What's your thoughts there, brother?
Hi.
Richard?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on Eddie Boland's?
Oh, it's funny that he said just piano. Piano is the basis of most music that we know today. And of course, as you say, my room is full of keyboard stuff. But no, I loved his stuff. It was
humble.
great.
Being humble.
Very talented.
Well, thank you, my friend. Thank you.
Ali, sorry, Richard, when you go, sorry.
What's that, sir?
I'm sorry, I thought you were asking more questions and I rudely cut you off.
Oh, no, it's okay. I kind of jumped in late here. And I'm glad his power is on. Everything's going with all the things going on in Europe.
Yeah, well, last week it was an absolute nightmare. We were out of power for 30 hours, over 30 hours.
Wow.
So it ruined the chance to do this. So thanks for coming, and you know, the next week, everyone.
Oh, no problem.
Ali over in Belgium. Ali, this is his first appearance. He's Top Talent Promotions Belgium. He helps us promote the artists. What's your thoughts on this evening, Ali?
Thank you, Mark, very much for inviting me for this program. It's my first time to be on a live podcast this evening. I really much appreciate it. Yeah, we are here doing our best in Belgium. We try to link the artists to all the channels, try to promote the music, try to bring in more artists. Yeah. That's what we keep doing.
How do you like Eddie's piano skills? He's good, huh?
Was very perfect.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, my friend.
Mr. Finland, Willjoy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I gotta say, first of all, Eddie, I love your work. I mean, I could listen funky bass all my life, the rest of my life, nothing else. It would just do me over. I would just be happy man for the rest of my life. But yeah, I love how you put the stank on that piano lines, and and to everybody else, that stank is a good thing. It's a funky term, isn't it? That gives it character, and it's very lively, and I love it. I love all your work, so I got to listen more of your stuff.
Yeah, thank you, my friend. Thank you. I mean, I love to play with really great musicians, because you know the work is never that difficult. You know, actually, there's a drummer that I produced a record for him about 2 years ago, a guy by the name of Lornell Lewis. I don't know if you guys heard of Lornell Lewis or Snarky Puppy. So the drummer from that, I did his record. So and he's become one of the most sought after drummers in the world. He was playing with Quincy Jones just before the pandemic hit. So
you don't get any higher than that.
Yeah, it's cool. You know, so in terms of the musicians, I always try to make sure that, you know, I have really good players, so that, you know, when I play, you don't have to be worried that the musicians are not going to be able to stand up to, you know, a good performance. So for me, you know, and even recording in the studio as well too, you try to make sure you get the right person for the, you know, for the right genre and for the right style, so that the product can come out sounding really good, you know, and whomever you're producing can, you know, really happy about it.
Great answer. Acacia, then Thomas, then Chian, if you would like to chime in with a wee word before.
Yeah, I just want to say music is absolutely brilliant. Like Mr. Finland said, like I could listen to it all day forever. It was just absolutely brilliant.
Thomas, choo-choo, Thomas.
Yeah, also loved it here in the Netherlands. Yeah, I couldn't fault it one bit. And obviously with regards to jazz and that as well, it's up there with one of my favourite genres. Yeah, thank you very much for your display. It was amazing.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Mickey Jerry's here. If you'd like to say something, Cheyan as well, and our next artist here. I was just trying to unmute you there.
Hi. Eddie, that was fantastic.
Thank you.
Eddie, you must stay around to see Cheyan singing. She's going to do live. She's world class. She's a next
It was so
artist,
fantastic. I want to collab, and maybe my next song is my audition.
Let's do it. Let's say Mickey and Andrew have both unmuted themselves. Let them get a comment in, and then we'll go to part 2 of the podcast. So, Mickey, sorry, I caused that confusion there. What's your thoughts there, Mickey, on
absolutely brilliant. Me and my mates do a similar thing. My mate plays similarly to yourself, and very, very superb.
Yeah,
very impressed.
That's all. Andrew, you're muted. Are you here, brother? Andrew Dunning. Give you a couple.
Yes, I am.
Andrew Cole, nice one. He's here. Nice one. King Cole, how's things?
King Cole.
Things are busy writing a film with Barry, and just been doing that all morning. I just wanted to say that's the kind of song I buy, and I put at the top of my playlist. That was really quite amazing. Kudos. Great piano playing. You had everything going. I love the programming. Programming is, that's not an easy thing to do what you did. But obviously your experience shows.
Yeah,
and so the people that are hanging out with you are very lucky. And you are too, of course.
Yeah, well, I think it's vice versa.
Exactly. But you're right. At studio, you have to, when you have those players, you hold on to them for dear life. They just know they're one of those guys or one of those girls. You know what I mean? That's what I call them. They're just one of those people that you can depend on. They'll always come up with the right part if you're not coming in with charts. Which sometimes we do. But thank you very much for sharing that. That was incredible.
Thanks,
Great comment, Andrew. Great comment. I think everyone else is on the silent at the moment, so I'm going to end the recording for this part of the podcast, and we'll just start it again in 1 second. So, thank you. End of part 1. Welcome to the Top Talent Live Hour podcast, episode 7. This is part 2, and we've got the very special Cheyan Marie. I believe she's over in Oklahoma. I'm trying to get her on the screen here. So, Cheyan, how are you doing? Are you going to sing live for us tonight, I hear?
Yes, I am.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'm doing well, though. It's good. I am off work today, so I'm getting a lot done.
Nice one. Well, I know that you're going to sing us 5 songs, and then I'll play. You've only got one song that's been put on YouTube, like mastered and stuff, haven't you? So we'll play that at the end, your cover of Get Lucky. But you're going to sing 5, 6, how many songs are you going to do?
Yeah, I'm going to do 5 songs. So actually, all of these songs I've never done before for people, I guess, live. So 3 of them are covers. So the first 3 are covers, and I picked artists that I admire. So first song is Adele. The second will be Whitney. The third will be Billie Eilish, just because I like her production. I love her and her brother's relationship. And the way he produces her voice. I love it. And then the last 2 are 2 originals. The mix on them aren't fantastic, but it's just a chance for me to see if you like a song I have. I'm working on an album this year on releasing it, so I'm just slowly trying to get some stuff out. So yeah. And then the last thing I'll share is just my first music video. It was self-directed, and the concept just kind of came out of nowhere. I have a happy hour podcast, and the idea just kind of came during that. A silly thought, and it turned into something real, and people like it. I like it too. I think it shows my personality. So yeah, I just wanted to share that at the end.
Absolutely. So whenever you're ready to start, I'm just going to show off the picture that Craig Darragh drew of you recently. Isn't that just magnificent, everybody? Yeah. So I know how good you are. For anyone who's not seen Cheyenne Marie before, enjoy. I'm just going to give you the floor. So maybe look up every while if there's any sound problems. We'll try and give you a signal or something. But we tested it before and it seemed okay. So ready when you are.
This is Oh My God by Adele off her new album. I like it. So if I mess up, don't get, it's okay. I ain't got too much time to spare, but I'll make time for you to show how much I care. Wish that I would let you break my walls, but I'm still spinning out of control from the fall. Boy, you give good love, I won't lie. It's what keeps me coming back, even though I'm terrified. I know that it's wrong, but I want to have fun. Yeah, yeah. I know that it's wrong, but I want to have fun. Yeah, yeah. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I love all the people in the world. What is the likelihood of something out of my life? It's yours, baby, baby. I'm just losing my mind. Cause this is trouble, but it keeps my children on the edge of heaven. It's a battle that I cannot fight. I'm a fool, but there I think I'm blind. I'd rather be fool than just leave myself behind. I don't have to explain myself to you. I'm a grown woman and I do what I want to do. I know that it's wrong. I want to have fun. Yeah. Yeah, I know that it's wrong, but I want to have fun. Yeah, oh my God, I can't believe it. Out of all the people in the world, what is the likelihood of something out of my life? It's yours, baby, baby, I'm just losing my mind. Cause this is trouble, but if you're right sitting on the edge of heaven, it's a battle that I cannot fight. Please, Lord, let me down. Oh, don't let me down. Oh my God. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Out of all the people in the world, it's likelihood of jumping out of my life. And into yours, baby, baby, I'm just losing my mind. Cause this is trouble, but it feels like tearing on the edge of heaven and hell. It's a battle I cannot fight. Oh, let me down. Yeah, I know that it's wrong. I want to have fun. Yeah. Thank you.
That was awesome.
Okay, and so that was Oh My God by Adele. That's off her new album. The whole album is fantastic. But that one's fun, so I just wanted to try that. This next song is I'm Your Baby Tonight. Thank you, Big Charlie. And the next song is I'm Your Baby Tonight by Whitney. So this is the first time I'm doing this for people. So let's see. I love Whitney.
Not many people will go from covering Adele to Whitney, so you know.
From the moment I saw you, I went out of my mind. I never believed it, love at first sight. But you got a magic boy, this can't explain. Well, you got a way that you make it feel like I can do anything for you, baby. I'll be there for you, baby. Lay all my cards out tonight. Just call on me, baby. I'll be there in a hurry. It's your fault, no, baby. Baby, that's all. Whatever you want from me, I'm giving you everything. I'm your baby tonight. You're giving me ecstasy. You are my fantasy. I'm your baby tonight. From the second you touched me, I was ready to die. I've never been fatal. You're my first time. I feel like an angel heaven who started to fly. Well, you got a way that you make it feel like I can do anything for you, baby. I will fight for you, baby. I'm already enjoy the ride. I'm not in no hurry. We can find like baby. It's your move, so baby. Baby, let's go. Whatever you want from me. Everything. Baby, tonight. You're giving me ecstasy. I'm your baby tonight. Whatever you want, whatever you want. I'll be your baby, I will be your life. I'm your baby tonight. Whatever I do, boy, it's all about you, baby. Ain't it the truth, boy? I'm half in life with you. What else can I do, boy? But be there for you, baby. You gotta win. You oh, yeah. This gives me, I can tell that Christina Aguilera was inspired by Whitney because when I feel this part, it feels like Christina. Whatever you want from me, I'm giving you everything. I'm your baby tonight. You're giving me ecstasy. You are my fantasy. I'm your baby tonight. Looks like a fatal, it's all on the table, and baby, you have a card. You got the magic, and I gotta have it. I don't want the pieces, I want every single part. I'll be your angel, I'm ready, and then for whatever you want is fine. Whenever you're ready, just call on your lady, your baby tonight. Alright. Okay, there's that one.
Wow, honestly, the comments, everybody's blown away, like blown away. Let me read some of them. Absolutely fabulous.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you. So, this next song.
Breathtaking.
Thank you.
True.
This next one is Your Power by Billie Eilish. It's off her new album. I've never done this one, but I like it. And I'm bringing the mood down a little bit. Sorry, but you'll like it.
If you're singing it, we'll love it. Honestly, let's go.
If only I could really play guitar. I'm trying to learn. Try not to abuse your power. I know we didn't choose to change. You might not want to lose your power, but having it so strange. She said you were a hero, you played the part, but you ruined her in a year, don't lie like it was hard. And you swear you didn't know. No wonder why you didn't ask. She was sleeping in but now she's got to get to class. How dare you? How could you? But they only feel bad when they find out if you can take it on back. Would you try not to abuse your power? I know you didn't choose to change. You might not want to lose your power, but having it so strange. I thought that I was special. You made me feel like it was my fault. You are the devil, you lost your appeal. Does it keep you in control? For you to keep her in a cage? And you swear you didn't know. You said you thought she was your age. How dare you? How could you? Will you only feel bad if it turns out that they kill your contract? Would you try not to abuse your power? I know you didn't choose to change. You might not want to lose your power, but power isn't vain. The power isn't there. Thank you.
Wow.
And that was Power by Billie Eilish. So yeah, those are like three of my favorite artists, probably ever, but they're not the only ones. I listen to a lot of old school. I guess people consider old school now, but I listen to a lot of older music. I don't really listen to a lot of new music now unless it's like vocalist or like they're singers. So I love the greats. I love all of the greats. So that's what I'm really inspired by.
Can I just say something? You've got absolute like star appeal oozing out of you. Honestly, you can just tell that you're destined for greatness. And my father's asking, how old is Cheyenne? And I didn't want to guess wrong. Big Charlie's asking, how old is that girl?
I just turned 27.
Yeah, still a young pup. Hey, I'm 38. I still think I'm young. So
it's just weird.
I'm 62. I think I'm young.
62. Hey, Charlie, you still look 45. Come on.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you.
So what's next?
Okay, so this next song is gonna be on my album. It's called "Tell Me I'm Loved." I realized this after the fact. I bought like a beat from a website, and then I realized that they copied the exact chord progression that you hear in like Tennessee Whiskey and like I'd Rather Go Blind by Etta James. They're literally the same song if you put them together. So this one actually fits the same way. And so I had my brother produces some of my stuff sometimes. And so he made the beat to this and I wrote to it just because I bought like a beat just to write to. And then he was like, no, let's make our own. And so that was just a fact.
Exactly. Always make your own. Don't rent.
Yeah, I didn't think about it at the time.
Just remember one thing. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Just remember, if you rent a beat, it can't be cleared for a film. They can't clear it. So yes, and they won't tell you that. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, this is the year where I'm finally like, I'm gonna make my own, because I always I've always sang my whole life and sang Whitney and stuff, but I was like, I need to do my own thing now. And my style, I want to be known for doing different styles. I don't like being put in a box, but I have like big 80s hair. I love the 80s clothes. I love the 70s and I love the 90s. So like retro is my vibe. But I love all genres of music. So I always am trying to find cool ways to integrate them. So this is just something different. Tell me I'm loved. Could you take my hand and help me understand? 'Cause I'm doing all I can while I'm free and young, but I am still hurting. So take my pain and erase it from my brain. 'Cause I don't feel anything. I only feel love. So could you tell me I'm loved? 'Cause I'll sit and wonder if I'm in love. So could you tell me I'm loved? 'Cause I'll go and under, and I might give up. So tell me I'm loved. Did I do my part right from the very start? When you tried to steal my heart, I thought I was done. You were caught, though you thought it was easy. But tell me what you want from me. That you never really wanted me. You just didn't want to be lonely. No, there is just one thing I need. So would you please tell me? Tell me I'm loved. 'Cause I'll sit and wonder if I'm enough. So will you just tell me I'm loved? 'Cause I'm going under, and I might give up. So tell me I'm loved. Please tell me I'm loved. Just tell me I'm loved. Tell me I'm loved. Thank you.
Absolutely
So
brilliant.
that was inspired by an actual breakup a long time ago when I was like 19. And so I never finished the song. I never finished the song, but I finished it during COVID.
I thought you sound better than that than the other ones. You sound incredible on that, and you were great on the other ones. That's because you wrote it. That's because you wrote
Thank
it.
you so much. Okay, and then my last one that I'll do live is Into That. This is a pop song. I have the coolest idea for a music video. I really want to work on it this year. So I'm going to try to raise money for it. But it's about, basically the concept of this next song is when you like someone and you know you shouldn't like them. Like people warn you or you warn yourself and you're like, nah, I'm not going to do it. But then you still like them, and that's what this song is about.
Everybody's been there, I'm sure. Everybody's been there. Yeah. Can't wait to hear it.
You are bad news, but I can't seem to take my eyes off you. You got me stuck like glue, but you're nothing like I have ever been to. Cause they tell me to stay away, and I probably should not pay. But the energy you give brings me away. And here am I trying to put up fight. Cause you look like you could ruin my life. And I know it's bad, but oh, I'm into that. It's something I never had. And I don't know how to do it, but I guess I'm destined to try. No, I don't know how to act. You took my heart and didn't give it back. But oh, I'm into that. But oh, I'm into you. And all these pretty little lies you keep telling me, and the dreams you keep selling me. You're always on my mind, like all the time. If you take 5 steps behind, I will be fine. And you tell me to stay away, and I always try, but I can't. I'm addicted to everything you have to say. But through your eyes, I can see the lights. I always knew you would ruin my life. And I know it's bad, but oh, I'm into that. It's something I never had. And I don't know how to do it, but I can stop the sense of try. No, I don't know how to act. You took my heart and didn't give it back. But oh, I'm into that. But oh, I'm into you. You. Asking why did I change my mind? I always knew you would ruin my life. And I know it's bad, but oh, I'm into that. It's something I never had. I don't know how to do it, but I guess opposites attract. No, I don't know how to act. You took my heart and didn't give it back. But oh, I'm into that. But oh, I'm into you.
My God.
Fantastic.
That's just like a fun song.
That's going to be a smash hit.
That was great. That's a radio song.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Fantastic. I know that everybody's wanting to talk to you, right? But I think we should play the one screen share song first, and then we'll do a round robin, and everybody can get to ask you something, because everybody's going daft in the comments here. That's amazing. If people want to hook up with you and help you with stuff and that. So, but before we do the round robin, what made you cover Get Lucky? Right.
Okay. So I was with I was in grad school, and I met this guy at school. He was looking for a singer for his recital, and so I ended up helping him. And then to help, I had to learn a song like in one day, basically. And so to pay me back, he was like, "I would love to produce a song for you." And I was like, "You don't have to do that." And he was like, "No, I want to." So I don't know what, to be honest, I picked Get Lucky. I was like, I was looking up songs, and then I learned that Get Lucky is the most covered song of all time. And so I was listening to Get Lucky at work, but every time I would hear people cover Get Lucky, they would always turn it like a slow acoustic or folk song. And I'm like, it doesn't hit the same. And so I just was like, I should just do Get Lucky, but do an upbeat version and be different, even though like a billion other people have covered it. And so that's why we picked that one. But then the concept of the video was silly. For all the 420 friendly people out there, that's when the idea came.
I know what you're talking about. So listen, I'm going to screen share it for everybody, and then everybody can get to ask Chian a few questions and hopefully become friends with each other, So Get Lucky cover by Chian. Not live this time, but it'll maybe be louder and clearer and stuff. But let's go. 1, 2, 3.
The legend of the phoenix, all ends with beginnings. What keeps the planet spinning? The force from the beginning. We've come too far to give up who we are. Let's raise the bar and our cups to the stars. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. 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 The present has no ribbon. Your gift keeps on giving. Gift keeps on giving. What is this I'm feeling? Just wanna get lucky. If you wanna leave out with it. We've come too far to give up who we are. Let's raise the bar and our cups to the stars. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. 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 I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. 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 We're up all night to get lucky.
Thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely brilliant. So now this is the time everybody can, say their piece about what they thought of Chian. Absolutely amazing. Ali, you were first, right? Ali from Belgium. I know you were liking it. You were singing. Your head was moving. Yeah, you're loving it.
Very great show. Very great.
That's Chian Marie. You must promote her music in Belgium, bro. Yeah.
That's what you're doing, bro. You know it.
Yeah, he's on it.
You keep supporting.
Yeah. Well, Joy, Mr. Finland, what do you think of Chiana? Your smile didn't leave your face the full time there.
Yeah, many times. You made me feel good. First of all, I love your voice and I love your energy.
Thank you. Thank you.
And the video got me bad. I mean, the Pac-Man chasing you and the keyboard cat, they were just... it was relentless. Yeah. But good stuff all in all.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Richard, how are you thinking? Are you enjoying that there, brother? Amazing, huh?
I thought that was great. She's got great spirit. I love those keyboard shots too, but the whole video was pretty nice. A lot of spirit, a lot of heart, a lot of soul, sister. Go, girl.
Nice.
Thank
you. KLJ, Eddie, I was trying to ask you to mute if you've got a comment there, Eddie. I don't know if you can hear me, but Kirsty then, Eddie, if you can do that.
Hey, Shan.
Yes.
You never fail to disappoint. I'm a massive fan of your voice. You're awesome. And you're so positive. You're like sunshine. That's what you remind me of. A real sunshine. But Shan, I've got to ask you, who did you listen to when you grew up, whilst you were growing up? Was there anyone that you really kind of looked up to that you listened to a lot?
Yeah. Okay. It was like 4 different artists. So I listened to Mark Anthony a lot. I really liked La India. She's a Hispanic artist or a Spanish artist, or Latin artist, I should say. And then Mariah and Whitney, to be honest. Actually, it's 5. I take it back because I was definitely influenced by Christina Aguilera.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, big, powerful voices, all of them. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, but I think like when I was younger, people used to say, "Oh, you sound." You have like the growl like Christina does. But Christina grew up listening to the same people that I listen to. And so when I was a kid, when I first started singing and trying to do it as like more than just for fun, my mom would make me do a lot of jazz, like a lot of Etta James or the old stuff, or like Shirley. I don't know if I ever say her last name, but Shirley Bassey.
Yes, Goldfinger.
Yeah, like a lot. And I'm little singing about all the love, and I have no idea what I'm singing about, but my mom was like, this is music. This is the music you need to listen to. And I'm glad she did that.
Yeah, I was going to ask actually, are your family musical, Sharon? Have you been brought up in a musical family or not?
No, we're musical, but I'm the only singer. So my family is artistic. My mom is a dancer. My dad loves music. He just loves music. So he's always like, he's a #1 fan for like everything. My uncle's a DJ. My brother is a producer and a writer. I sing. So it's like we're musical, but I'm the only singer. So no one knows like where it came from because no one on either side of my family sings or can really sing. So it's really interesting.
You do have a really powerful voice. So that's really cool that all your family have got their own little things that they do in the music world. Even to the point that your dad listens to music. It's still musical, I suppose, aren't you? When you listen to music. So yeah, it's awesome. You've done really well, Sian. Thanks for coming along to this. You've been fantastic as usual.
Eddie Billen.
Yes. Well, I listen to, as a producer, I listen to a lot of different things. And some of the things that I like that you do is that your pitch is good, which is sometimes hard to find these days. You know, there's so many singers singing with auto-tune that you don't know who's real and who's not. But I can tell that you've been singing for a while and you have great time the phrases that you sing, you put them there, you put the emphasis in the right places. And I can tell that you are passionate at what you do, and you make sure that you deliver it. And there's, I mean, it's just us here, but there's no audience in front of you, but you just can't help it but be animated. And it feels like you were singing for 10,000 people. So, and that for me, I like, because sometimes in the studio, I find people, our artists will come into the studio and they can sing really well in the studio. I put them on stage and then they clamor up, so, right. So I can tell that will never happen to you.
No.
You're ready to go
Thank
on that
you.
stage and you're ready to kick some ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
well said.
Yeah.
Thank
so,
you.
anyway.
It's funny you say that just because I went to school for music, for musical theater. So a lot of my training is for live performance.
Mhm.
I'm still learning how to recording etiquette because sometimes I struggle with doing too much in recordings because I don't know how to because sometimes less is more in a recording studio. And so that's the balance that I'm currently learning. So, but I appreciate that. That means a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's easier to flip it. You know what I mean? It's easier to turn it down in the studio than, when you go live if you're not used to live, to turn it up. There's so many times that I see that, and I tell the artists that all the time. I'm recording them and I'm like, listen, we're doing this, but when you go live, I have to believe you. You want the audience have to believe you. And so many times, you go to see somebody live and you don't believe them. You like the record, but once you see them live, it's a letdown. So, so I applaud you with that. I mean, and those are the things that I look for when I'm, working with an artist. I want to make sure that, okay, yeah, the record is great. I can make sure I make you sound good, but then you have to go and deliver that now and make believers out of the fans. And, that
I
to
think
me
you
is
two
what
should
it's all
hook up
about.
after the show. I think you two should collaborate in the future. You could both help each other a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice one.
Well, yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Acacia, then Mr. Finland. We'll get everyone a wee say so here. So we're running 5-10 minutes late. It's just the way it is. I'm sorry. Acacia.
I was just gonna say, can you hear me?
Yep, sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say your voice is so amazing, especially your vocal range. It's so big. I'm a singer too, and I would dream to have your voice. I would dream to have you. Just absolutely fantastic. Go you. Yeah.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
Thank you.
Well, Mr. Finland, what's your thoughts here? Did they get you in this one? I'm trying to make sure I get around everyone here.
Yeah,
Andrew
I
Cole,
got
if you're
already.
ready. Next, Charlie. Yeah. Charlie, Andrew Cole.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I get a little too excited sometimes when I hear and see talent like this. It's weird. I had a hard time hearing the music, so to me, you were singing it almost a cappella. Do you understand? And
yeah.
So no, that's great because I heard every note and I didn't hear a bad note anywhere. And so not only is your pitch great, I think that your voice, I can just tell, is so recordable. Yeah, where are you? Can you, without giving anything away, are you in the U.S.?
Yes, I don't mind telling you. I'm in Oklahoma.
Okay, Oklahoma. All right.
I'm specifically in Oklahoma City.
Yeah. So when I'm producing a record, you're the kind of singer I'm looking for. Also, as I said before, when you sang your own songs, you blossomed even more. And by the time you got to the last one, you exploded. It was like I was smiling, putting my hands up, dancing, and so I love that. You're you, and you're not apologetic about it at all, and you shouldn't be. You're just glowing there. This kind of feels like American Idol, doesn't it? or the Euro.
Thank you.
No, I get really effusive when I see something. This is special. Your mom had great taste in music. Great taste in music. What she had you listen to is so important for what you. I was going to ask you if you went to church actually, but if you sang in choir.
No. I grew up going to Catholic church, so it was very traditional. And then I joined a gospel choir when I went in college. That's kind of what opened that for me. But currently, I am a worship leader at a church here in Oklahoma, so it's helping me to like just get out of my shell, and like having live performances like more often just to get more comfortable. So it's been good.
Fantastic. I have a friend whose son's a drummer, and he sounds like he's been playing for 40 years. He's like been playing for 2 years, but he plays in front of 1,000 people, and it's incredible for him. It gives him confidence and a chance to show his chops and play with an orchestra, you know. But anyway, I'm talking too long. You're fantastic. You can contact me if you like. We can hit up on a back channel somehow, and we can talk a little bit more if you like.
Andrew, we've got a Facebook group where all the participants are all put into the one Facebook messenger group. So make sure we're friends. I think you're friends with Kirsty already, so we'll add you into the group, and we'll put you in that group tomorrow morning.
Oh, thank you very much.
100%. All of you guys.
I'm new.
Mr. Jay Cabrera, who's our next artist, I wasn't sure. He's not well today, and he's still managed to come. Jay over in Toronto, Canada, I believe, as well. How are you doing, Jay?
I'm okay. I'm all right. Still a little under the weather, but Cheyenne, you did amazing. I like your vibe and I like your energy. So well done. Well done.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The only people who's not said anything, my dad was there, Big Charlie. Joshua, Chris, would you like to say anything if you're listening? Drew Kennedy, if you're still there. Andrew Durnan. Before we go to part 3 of the show, my dad, Big Charlie.
You coming to Scotland, Cheyenne?
Are you coming to Scotland? He says.
Am I coming? I would love to. I have my passport.
Fantastic.
Keep me a ticket, Mark. That was fabulous. Really enjoyed that. I'm just like your dad, Cheyenne. I listen to all sorts of music. I'm not a musician or anything, but music's in me. I love music. You were fantastic.
Absolutely. Feel you, Dad.
Thank you so much.
Well, we're running a bit late here. I hope we're not upsetting any of the other guests. I'm sure they'll be fine. They're all here enjoying themselves. They've all got smiles in their faces. So we're going to end part 2 and then start the recording for part 3. So thank you very much, Cheyenne Marie, for coming today. You're a star in the making, and I just know that you're like, you're ready, as Eddie says, you're ready to kick some ass. Yeah, you're ready now. You don't need to wait. So let's see what many good people can do, and together, whatever, But right, thanks very much. Part 2 ending now. Welcome to part 3 of the Top Talent Live Hour, episode 7, featuring Jay Cabrera from Toronto, Canada. Thanks for coming, Jay. Nice one.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Sparky. Appreciate it. I know you mentioned the Instagram thing. Yes, my name is Jay Cabrera, pop R&B singer, songwriter, artist, repping Toronto and Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, by way of Queens, New York City. I do have an IG live stream series called Friday Night Hour with Jay. We just did week 92 last night. Basically, it is where I chat up and have some dope vibing with fellow indie artists and creatives out on the daily grind. So trying to highlight fellow independent artists like you guys do as well, show them support. And, it's hard enough, for independent artists on the daily. So, we, at least for myself, find it's a way to help support my fellow indie artists that are out there. I also just launched, called Indie Vibin' with Jay. It's a 2-hour internet radio show on indie1015.com. We launched January 3rd, 2 hours, all independent music, BDS tracks. So songs in the rotation will get their royalties, when time is due. But 6 days a week, midnight to 2 a.m., Monday through Saturday on the East Coast of North America, 9 to 11 p.m. Pacific, Sunday through Friday. tomorrow night we'll launch week 9 of the rotation, which is this week. Right now, there's 36 artists on there, all different genres. I try and always look at it as, good music is good music. Doesn't matter what genre, right? So absolutely. I like to, and I find myself, I don't listen to too much of the radio because I like, honestly, for independent artists, that's where we gotta put our attention. You know absolutely. What I mean?
Jay, I didn't know the extent of what you're up to, dude. I don't know if you see the articles that Kirsty and I write on our website. I'd love to write an article for you, letting everybody else in the family know what you're doing. And if you're looking for more artists to join your thing, I'd love to try and encourage them to come your way, because you're a powerful. I want to come on to a song of yours called Show Out. What's the story behind Show Out before I play it for everyone?
So Show Out was actually when I moved to Canada back in mid 2015. Actually, Show Out was the first single released in Canada. 2017, we dropped that, and I have to give a shout out to the team I work with, longtime collaborators over 20 years. Angelo Velasquez, we call him Doc, and Pat Kelly, Real King Patrick on IG, and Doc Knows Music. Invite Only Studios down in New York City. Fun fact, Doc produced the halftime show with Dre, Snoop, Mary J, and Kendrick, Eminem, and they also just worked on Mary J's new album, which is number 9 on the album charts, and she has the top single on the adult R&B chart. So shout out to Invite Only Studio, Pat Kelly, and Doc. So it's nice to have that connection. But I released 5 singles last year. Show Out mix was the first one back in 2017. So 1, and then we did 5 singles last year. But it's a special one to me because that also, was the first time that it actually got nominated for a Toronto Independent Music Award later that year, right? And which is super cool, unexpected, but super cool. Didn't win, but that's okay. But just sometimes as an independent artist, you always wonder, like, why am I doing this? We get into our heads, right? And we start to doubt ourselves. But you know what? It's a long game, so you gotta have the passion for it. You gotta love what you do, and I do. So time is irrelevant for me. As long as I'm continually trying to stay creative and entertain and try and put good music out to the universe, it's all fun and love. So, but Show Out was our first drop here in Canada. Fun song, and it's really about that chance encounter with someone you didn't think you'd be into, and all of a sudden, like, that's your attention is with that person.
Well, let's go for it. Let's go. I've got 4 songs I'd like to play in your series, so let's go with the first one, Show Out by Mr. Jay Cabrera.
I say this, well, I lost her. I found you by mistake, was it the color of your eyes? Please don't go on the offensive, no, I didn't mean for it to come out that way. Ooh, she got a guard up. Maybe it's better just to show up than the way. Do it then, talk about it. Cause I really do it like you, really do it like you. We can get out of here, try something new. Do whatever you wanna do. But it's not like I just wanna do hurt me, yeah. Get some and break out. You might be my answer tonight. When the lights go out and we show out, and we show out, we show out, and we show out, and we show out, and we show out.
What we talking about, Spark a bottle in the club. What you sipping on, Give me that cup, she drank too much. Yeah, you had enough, ma thrown up. Party on pack like a rush hour bus. Bottles on stack, yeah, there's more than enough. Bring a few of you, I bring a few of us. Leave that boy at home if he wanna act up. Pretty so pretty, make him go fall in love. Make him go fall in love, make him go fall in love.
She's like a memory faded, so I waited, faded. Sometimes the guy's like that, so I don't fight that, like that, fight that. But it's not like I just wanna do her in the end. Get some and break out. You might be my answer tonight when the lights go out and we show out and we show out. We show out and we show out and we show out and we show out. We could change like day comes in the night and your eyes become the stars, bright, bright. Just say yeah, 'cause we're following the light, baby. Not like I just wanna do her in the end. Get some and break out. You might be my answer tonight when the lights go out. We show out and we show out. We show out and we show out and we show
Brilliant, man. Absolutely awesome, dude. I've never heard
Thank
that
you.
one before. I've never heard that one before. Kirsty says you must play Show Out, but like I was listening to Turbulence and stuff like that. I'll end the yours, but there's so many other songs that I'm actually happy to actually get to listen to them.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
The next song I want to play, and we'll get the questions in at the end. 5950. What does that
5950.
song? Yeah, what's that song all about, Jay?
So the next three songs that you guys are gonna listen to, these are all sessions. These are all part of the same session. So the songs that we started to release last year, 5950 is one of them. We had Turbulence, Love Tomorrow, Gravity, and another song I collabed with called Lounge Americano. Aside from that one, these next tracks you're going to play all came out of the same session. Late night sessions, I call them the after midnight sessions, and a lot of them have some sort of some sexual overtones, right? But when these sessions started, a lot of times when I don't know if it's the same for the other artists here, a lot of times when you're collaborating, when you have your team that you're working with, and you're writing together, and sometimes when you're coming up with ideas, it all comes out of conversations that you're having, right? The sessions usually don't start with, you get there and you write all automatically in the booth. Like, that's not how it works, right? So, you kind of vibe out a little bit, you chat and stuff. And I remember we were all just kind of talking about how back in the day we used to date, talking about, you seeing this girl and that girl. And then we're in Manhattan in the city going to the clubs and this, that, and this particular song, 5950, we were talking about just random, back in the day, meeting girls in the club and stuff like that. And, we were trying to think of kind of an interesting take, right? So 5950 actually refers to it's a company called New Era, and they do all the they're the official hat maker for Major League Baseball. And it's a fitted hat called the 5950. So that's where we got the title from.
Let's go for it. Let's go for 5950 by Jay Cabrera.
Take a deep breath. Hear what I say. I'm trying to keep you. Don't wanna lose you. 'Cause I like to go up like the radio hit, and the body like moon, like a bomb goes tick, 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 tick. And she really said no, so I'm actually figuring it like a G.I. Joe. She's a porn star, celebrity wanna be. Had it like that, then stuck it like tracks, final cut it like that. Oh gosh, it's a deep fade, like a fucking it. Need an upgrade, you know I like it terrified. Give it some EQ, yeah. Fuck it, I'ma feel you. I got this girl from the city, and it feels so tight like a fucking knife. She said that she missing love when I hit it like sharp razor. Can't make me wanna forget you. Make me wanna fucking forget you. Make me wanna come and forget you. She's driving like a so I threw it in a four-wheel drive. The clutch, 3, 4, 2, off the bedroom floor and in, and we sounded like the extras. And director screaming next cast, smash that lipstick, the bags, cause she on top, print that, take 5, get out and need it cause I know that, cause it's a deep end. Need an upgrade, she needs a better vibe. Give it some EQ. Fuck yeah, fuck it, I'ma feel you. I got this girl from the city, and it feels so tight like a fucking knife. She said that she's missing love when I hit it like sharp razor. Girl, make me wanna forget you. Make me wanna fucking forget you. Make me wanna come and forget you. Make me wanna come and forget you. Forget you. Make me wanna come and forget you. Make me wanna come and forget you.
Fantastic. Everyone's on mute, everyone's clapping, but you just can't hear. I need to work out how to unmute everybody at the clapping stage. Gravity, Jay. Gravity. See on to the next one. Gravity. What's your story behind Gravity?
I'll let the song speak for itself.
Well, I need to go and find it. It'll only take me 2 seconds. I've already got it. I can screenshot.
Yeah, no, for sure. Same within the same sessions, and you'll notice this batch of songs has a running theme throughout them.
Yeah.
And
well, what I want to do, Gravity. Yeah.
Gravity. Let's do it.
Gravity by Jay Cabrera.
Get it, girl. Get it. I get this feeling like it's our last night. She gon' lie, 'cause she thinks that I might break the shit up. G-spot, now she's screaming, don't stop, get it, gravity. She said tasty, sweat like a water ride, flowing from the inside, coming like the sunrise, get it, gravity. So I went slow, cause she got her brake lights on like she never been there before. So I know she's classified like a UFO. Get it? And I don't wanna break shit up. No, I don't wanna break your shit up. It feels like pulling and dragging us down. Figure it out. It's when you brother me gravity. Tossing it, baby. Putting in a rose on. Listen to a G-spot. So she's screaming, don't stop, don't stop. Gravity.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. Absolutely brilliant, Jay, absolutely brilliant. There is one more song. There's a few extra people's come in here during that song. That was nice.
One more song in there called Love Tomorrow.
That's the one.
So Love Tomorrow and Gravity for 2021. Those are my top two most streamed tracks. I think they're both close to 60,000 streams. So anyone that's had a chance to listen to them, thank you guys for the support. Appreciate it. But yeah, Love Tomorrow. This is probably my favorite one of our releases last year. Basically, in a nutshell, it's liking two girls at the same time and trying to figure out which who it's going to be, or
Awesome,
just enjoying them both.
Well, see, just so you know that I would like to write an article for every song that you've ever released, Jay. So for each one, if you get the song bio, if you can send me a text, then you make it easy for me, and I would love to do that for you, brother. So let's go with Love Tomorrow by Jay Cabrera. Let's do this one. 1, 2, 3, 3.
Call it love, my bad. I just said whatever like that. She just wanna go. She said just leave her alone. Guess her eyes don't lie when she asks me why. Hard to tell the truth if love don't wanna hurt you. Telling telling me she'll never leave me, baby, please stay. But it's hard, she could never get to number one. She's looking for a boyfriend, but it's just fun. I think I love you too, but I know I'll never tomorrow. Oh, I'm so, oh, I'm so, I think I love you, and not tomorrow. Don't know why I am confused. How will I ever get to know you, girl? If I love her, love you, love me. So confused I feel. How will I ever get to know you, girl? If I love her, love you, love me. So confused I feel. I think I love you too much, but I know I'll never tomorrow. Oh, I'm so, oh, I'm so, I think I love you, and not tomorrow. Don't know why I am confused.
Well, that's been Mr. Jay Cabrera. Absolutely. I'd like everyone to unmute themselves and say a little something to Jay if they've got any questions here. Let's see.
Thanks, guys.
Ali over in Belgium. I'll start with the top row, then Richard. See if any of you guys. Willjoy's unmuted already. Mr. Finland.
Yeah, good stuff, Jay. I mean, the last one spoke to me the most. I love the dark vibes and the sound. And it just hit me. It was. I think it's the best. It was the best for me as well.
Richard, Richard's unmuted up there. Richard, Guru.
No, that was very good. I was curious if I could ask him a question. Are you using a vocoder with that? Is that how you're doing that, sir?
Just a little auto tune there. Very, very the most minimal possible.
Well, it was still very
no
good.
vocoder,
Very impressed.
all the harmonies and stuff. That's all me.
Cool, impressive, very impressive.
Ali,
Thank you,
Ibrahim, then
appreciate
Andrew Cole. If they want to say something next, and Ali, then Andrew.
Yes. Oh God, that was. I liked every one. I can see why you're getting streamed. You know, I think your stream should be more than that. And you said you were nominated for an award, right, in Canada?
Show Out was nominated for a Toronto Independent Music Award back in 2007.
Okay. Well, I thought you said you were. Well, it doesn't matter. You should have won.
I appreciate that.
Your songs are. You're welcome. Your songs are really syncable too. Like it's like you're making records. Are you making them with that in mind, or are you just making them, trying to make the best
just
record
making
possible?
them making them when we're in there and we're doing each song and we're in that zone, in that vibing zone. It's kind of the universe takes over at that point.
Yeah, there's a lot of exactly. There's a lot of syncable things there that you can do a lot with.
I appreciate that. I appreciate
so
that.
I'll look at the Facebook thing and hit you up. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you. You're really musical.
Ali.
Thank you.
That's very nice and beautifully played for me. I think we have to push it forward. I think the guy has much talent, and then if he keeps doing best, he will move forward. So we have to just keep giving him hope and pushing forward. That's it.
Absolutely. Let's push him out in Belgium, Ali. Miss Dorothy Hanson, the lovely Acacia's mother. How are you enjoying Mr. J. Cabrera here, Dorothy?
Yes, I did. I just joined, I think the last second was playing. I think it's so enjoyable music. It really is my kind of chill out, and it's good that I'm just joined at the right time. I will have to sort of really download your music because the last one too was just so good. Yeah,
Thank you.
loved it. I loved it too.
That's my favorite one of the bunch too, of what we released last year. So thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I feel you.
You're welcome, brother.
Kirsty Leslie Jones, what you got to say about Jay?
Hey,
You're the one that
hi,
brought Jay in the
Jay.
family.
Firstly, I'd like to
Christy,
say thank
hello.
you so much for coming along. I know
No,
you haven't been feeling
thank
too
you.
good. You're a real trooper.
Okay. I would have sang something, but be a little scrappy,
It's fine.
you know.
I'm
But that's
curious. Sorry.
that last one, yes, was my favorite for sure.
Yeah, I know that song.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So I'm curious, Jay. You mentioned that you'd released some tracks last year. You'd released 5. So did you find it hard recording your tracks, like with the lockdown and all the restrictions, or was it quite easy to go to the studio for you?
Honestly, like, I mean, luckily enough, a lot of the songs were within like 3 to 4 days of the session. So we kind of made the best use of our time. But it was a little bit tricky, with all the protocols and stuff like that. So, we did our best to stay within within the cap limits and a number of people, and but when you're there, it's like 3 or 4 of us and that's it. So it's not like there's a big group in the in the studio when we're when we're in the session.
Of course. Have you managed to perform them live yet? I know there's lockdowns and stuff. But,
yeah, I you know what, so what's great here is, so luckily most of them were recorded prior to lockdown. Just all the finishing touches were done after, right? So when I had to go down a couple of times, it wasn't so bad, right? But I have performed them like on my live streams prior to lockdown to test out the song, in their rough form. I did do some of that as well, just because sometimes you want to get a gauge on on like a temperature read from the audience and from people that are there in the audience. And for the most part, pretty positive all around, which was a good sign, because a lot of times when you're there as as an independent artist and people don't know your songs, some they can tune out very easily, right? So so it was nice to kind of test them out in their more raw form, to give me an idea of which ones to kind of move forward with, and mix master them,
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Like Dorothy said, it's very easy listening. It's very like you've got anybody could love your songs. There's no specific genre. It's very easy to listen to. It's real nice music. Good music.
Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate that.
No, our pleasure.
And might I add, if anyone heads over to Instagram and you catch Jay on his podcast, he's such a nice, you can tell by talking to you here, but you're just such a nice and lovable guy. So that's why all your fans flood back
Sparky.
to you. You've got a very busy podcast, compared to your streams. You get the streams of somebody that's got millions of
we're
views.
Trying, we're trying.
The live participants you get is so very big. 500-600 people watching you at the one time. That's huge.
Oh yeah. We had who did I have on? So about 2.5 months ago, we had a friend of mine, Tommy Jackson, who's he's head of First Note Entertainment down in Florida. So he was on my Friday night hour with Jay show, and we hit like 1,100 viewers when he was on, which is amazing, because we have, like, my show will average or anywhere from depends, like 200 to 500 like per show. But when he was on, we got everyone that was in there just to share the live, and we got to over 1,100 viewers that night, which was awesome.
Well, I want to personally promote your show more. Not that you need it, but I want to try and promote it as much as we can.
Look, I always say the more the merrier. So if you guys are around, it's midnight, late Friday night. So it's like technically Saturday. So midnight to 2 a.m. on Instagram every week. And then Sundays I do same time, midnight to 2 a.m. I do the Indie Vibin' with Jay rotation listening launch. So tomorrow night, if you guys are on Instagram, not sure what time zones you're in, but if it's UK, it would be 5 to 7 a.m. So that might be a little bit early. But if you're in North America, midnight to 2 a.m. East Coast time, late Sunday night, Indie Vibin' with Jay on Instagram. We do a rotation listening live, highlight new additions to the rotation, and highlight some songs we may not have focused on the prior week, but it's a lot of fun and it's all independent music, so it's pretty cool.
It's definitely something we should partner up more. I would love to anyway. I don't know if you'd like to work with in a more higher capacity, but we've got hundreds of members in the family now, and they're all independent artists, Jay. So without asking, you could have them all as guests and stuff.
Just tap in with me. I'd love to
Mr. Jacob,
to have a bunch of you guys on as well.
Well, we're all in the same group, and anyone who's not so far, we're all in the participants messenger Facebook group, so we can all meet each other. If you can all get to meet each other through that easily enough, But I'm going to end this part of the podcast and thank Jay for coming. Jay.
Thanks, guys. Sparky, Christy.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jay. You go get your head down and relax.
Thank you.
I'm just going to stop this one. Welcome to the Top Talent Live Hour, episode 7, part 4, with Will Joy from Finland. Will Joy, how are you, brother?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you, Spark, for having me. Glad to be here.
Pleasure, man. Pleasure. Well, we'll do it. You've sat through the full show. You've been here last episode as well, and I think we're onto something here as a community, and I hope that you come back every week, especially with that voice. It's fantastic. Arnold Schwarzenegger's not got a look in, hasn't he? He hasn't.
Every time I have the time, I will come. So yeah,
it's awesome. So I want to ask you about 4 songs of yours, or would you like to tell us who you are as a musician first? What type of genres you do and stuff like that.
Well, I'll give you my musician's journey in a short story, because it's a short story as it is, because I started making music about 2 years ago with little to none knowledge about how to do this. So I was a blue-collar worker, and my whole family has been blue-collar factory workers all their lives, so no musical background from my family whatsoever. So I just started to reevaluate my life choices when the pandemic hit and the cancer got my father, and I just decided to quit my day job and started make music full time, because I have had many. I think I have many albums in my head just spinning.
Ready to come out.
Ready to come out. Yeah, and I was just ready to start pushing them.
Well, hopefully you can make connections in the Top Talent music family that can help you. I mean, I'm sure you will. But what's the song Feel? What's behind your song Feel? We're going to do some SoundCloud shares of your songs, yeah?
Yeah.
You don't have videos made yet? Are you in the process of making videos for any of these songs?
It's in the process. It will probably release. My first music video will come maybe next or the week after. So, yeah.
Right.
So one is coming.
Feel. What's the story behind Feel before I screen share it for everyone?
So the story behind Feel is pretty much the inner dialogue, usually in men, because I was taught that men don't show their feelings as much, and they tend to get clogged up inside more, and we should be more open about that fact and not afraid to feel as human beings, because that's what we all are. So that's the story behind the song pretty much. But the it's pretty much owed to my father because he was the one who made the transition to start to feel, and start to give that example at later years of his life. So,
do you know something? It's exactly the same with my father. When we were younger, there used to be the old kind of values and the old kind of ways and things like that, and you saw him changing through time to accepting everything that goes on in the world now. Yeah, I've experienced that with my own father. So let's hear "Feel" then by Lovejoy. Yeah, let's go for it, ladies and gentlemen. It's absolutely brilliant. What's happened to you? I'm sorry, there's a bit of an echo there. Well, see, I'd never even heard of electronic rock before. You've just introduced a new genre of music to me, so thank you for that.
No worries. I mean, I think I've invented some or combined some genres a lot because I don't stick to a one genre. I've noticed that it's too hard for me.
That's what I said to Kirsty where I says electronic rock. I've never heard of that. The man's invented a genre, and then you just said the same word. So the next song of yours, Will Joy, Broken. Give us a little breakdown on that song. Why you wrote the song Broken?
Yeah, the Broken is pretty much about the inner dialogue everybody have inside of us. So it's like you have one voice saying that you can do it, you can do anything, and the other voice is saying that why even bother? Why would you even try? And it's just we are all in pieces in one way or another, because we have these voices telling one thing and another voice telling the other, then they contradict each other. So I guess in a way we are all broken. So that's pretty much
I'm very intrigued, man. I'm very intrigued to put this on. Let's go for it. These are songs that you just sent us like through the week there. So let's hear Broken. Let's go for it, ladies and gentlemen.
The days are colder now that you're older. Rise and shine, feeling alive. It's about to get bright. Look in the days in the past that you're not letting go, hiding the pain deep inside and you won't let it show. Feeding the demon inside is all you had to know. The seed in the darkness will grow and it will feed your fears, pushing your feelings aside and holding back your tears. Watching yourself from outside is gonna take its toll. When you were a child, that's all you had to know. Alone in the wild, make sure you had to grow. The pain is real, you know what you feel. The hurt in your eyes is feeding your lies. I could see that we were growing up and feeling stronger, but you said that you can't take this any longer. Look in the days in the past that you're not letting go, hiding the pain deep inside and you already show. Feeding the demon inside instead of your soul. When you were a child, that's all you had to know. Alone in the wild, make sure you had to grow. So just be wise and rise. Open your eyes and take this token. We are all broken. Feeding the demon inside instead of your soul. The child in your eyes says your smiles are a poor disguise. You have to open your eyes to look for and see your eyes. So just be wise and rise. Open your eyes and take this token. We are all broken. close them down.
Oh, that was broken by Lovejoy. Absolutely amazing, man. Fantastic. Right, let's do what we do. We play the songs, do the round robin. So what's the next song? Life Is Now. What's your story behind that one, Mr. Furlan?
The Life Is Now is a bit brighter song, and I wanted to brighten up the feeling, so I put it in here as well, because it's about seizing the moment in life and realizing that life is now in the moment, not tomorrow, not yesterday. It's now. It's now, and it's in the moment. Let's go for it. Life Is Now by Willjoy. Let's do it. Fantastic.
What would you do if you knew that you only have 3 weeks to live? There will come a time when we have to ask ourselves, what do we live for? Yeah, these times just cannot change if we want to. Changing in horizon, way too quick to find lies. And why are we just the kind who shouts and slams door behind? The truth is so damn hard to find. Why? Tell me how to make ourselves come stronger. You know what your needs are about, but you must say it loud so I don't have to guess what you're talking about. Why can't you accept the fact that I'm not your little thing? I was born wild. What you need is me inside your life, and deal with the needs that you keep deep out of the lies. You no longer make your decisions with the hands out, tunnel vision. What you need is me in your life and now. Life and now. Life is now. Life is now. You know what your needs are about, but you must say it loud so I don't have to guess what you're talking about. Why can't you accept the fact that I'm not your little thing? I was born wild. What you need is me inside your life, and deal with the needs that you keep deep out of the lies. You no longer make your decisions with the hands out, tunnel vision. What you need is me in your life and now. Life and now. Talking about what we talking about, yeah. You know what you need inside your life, and you have no idea what I'm talking about. What you need is me inside your life, and you will never feel yourself.
Boom. Well, that's life is now. Well, Joy, you're unique, brother. There's no one else like you, and I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. You're relatively new to the family. You've only been in the family for like 2 months or something.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm going to listen to you so much more now. I mean, that's amazing, especially with the beats on.
Yeah.
I've got one more song I'd like to feature, and then we'll do the round robin. It was the song Bell, the history behind the song Bell, you call it.
Yeah, I mean, this actually released yesterday, so it's that fresh. So, yeah, the newest single out there. It's kind of funky house kind of song that I tried to make, and the story behind the song is about on and off relationships. And I mean, many of us have gotten there, that we've been in an on and off relationship, and it's hard to say no, and just going back and forth and doing all that and just saying the final no. I mean, that's empowering, and I guess I wanted to make something to relate that message.
Absolutely. I think the heart's the organ that's got the blame for writing the most songs, isn't it? The heart causes all sorts of artists to write songs that you know.
Exactly.
But let's go for it. Bell by Will Joy, and then we'll get the round robin. I'm sure everyone's desperate to speak to you, brother. Bell, let's go.
Hey, here's a little brain teaser. How many T's are in the following sentence? Get a same-day doctor's appointment with Livy. Did you hear 5 as well?
Sorry, there's an advert.
No problem.
I didn't know SoundCloud did adverts. Well, there's a first. I'll mute it. I'll try and talk for the next 8
Click
seconds.
out of that advertisement thing.
Right, 1, 2, buckle my shoe.
.co.uk to see if your practice offers Livy.
What you see in me is you losing your line. Still you're calling me, wishing you could be mine.
Well, that was, ladies and gentlemen, that was Rolljoy. I could see Ali was absolutely loving it there. I don't know if he's still here. Right, everybody, would you like to unmute and say a little? We'll start with Kirsty up in the corner there. Kirsty.
Hey,
Rolljoy.
Rolljoy, I've really been enjoying your music, and I've got to ask, do you do everything yourself, like the producing? Do you have a team that help you, or do you do it all yourself?
From start to finish, I have done everything myself. Yeah, 100%.
Wow, well done.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Seeing that you've only been doing it for a couple of years. Wow.
Yeah.
You're quite a
now
seasoned professional, it sounds like.
Oh, well, not really, but I'm learning as I go. And actually, about that, I'm running a lot of collaborations this year. So actually, I'm doing rock collaborations, and I have one blues project that I'm in right now, and actually 3 other rock songs, and of course my own stuff, what I'm doing. So I'll be releasing my first debut album this year in the summer. So many irons in the fire.
Excellent.
Sorry, I was trying to talk there when I was muted and the camera was off. But I can see your voice been very suited to the blues genre. The huskiness and deepness of it. I think that's a good move. I can't wait to see what's next. Richard, we're in a little circle here. Richard, what was your thoughts here? You were commenting, you're digging it a lot. Yeah?
I think it was good. It was very clean. It was very expressive. He did have varying styles in that. He's using electronics really well too. And don't give up your music, brother. You got talent.
Absolutely.
And,
Thank you.
If you play rock and roll too, that's impressive. But I feel, have faith in yourself. There really is talent in that heart of yours.
Absolutely.
I mean that.
Yeah,
Thank you, Richard.
Dorothy, then Acacia, would you like to see your parts? Dorothy first.
My favorite was the first one, the Feel and Broken. It's when Phil was playing, it just took me to happy place where you are just lost on dancing floor. You are just it was just so good, and the message behind it too. I think it just wonderful. And Broken too. So really meaty messages, which I really do admire. And your voice too, it just the voice tone, and you built it out in Broken, it just came out so well. I'll definitely be looking you up. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you, Dorothy.
Acacia?
Yeah, I second my mom, like the tone and the depth of your voice is amazing. And the fact that you got these beautiful messages with it too. Like, it's beautiful music. And yeah, I'll put an honors for you.
Thank you, Acacia.
Ali over in Belgium, Mr. Belgium.
It's so beautifully played. I think you have to keep doing it. We need more tracks. That's what I can say. You are doing good, and the music is a very nice message. And I like the beats. When you are in the club, you can really enjoy it. You have to keep producing more.
Again, Ali, push Will Joy out in Belgium, yeah. Andrew Cove, the King Cove, just want to say something as well. What's your thoughts there, brother?
Yeah, I'm trying. First of all, I loved it. It's incredible, and it is a real hybrid. And I've been thinking back. I've been doing, in the business for over 50 years and making music since mid 60s. So I'm trying to think back. What did you do? What did you put together? And in other words, did someone do this before? And there's too many things that you've got going on. I think you created something. I really do. It's quite stunning to me. You sound like you've been making records a long time. So, and I'm not surprised that you've got irons in the fire. Wow. I happen to love, I listen to everything. But I love blues and rock and roll. a lot. And yeah, your voice is and your material. I love the writing.
Yeah.
That last
Yes,
one,
yes.
all of them, it just built and
Yes.
built and built. And the last one just, you put me in the club. I was dancing in my kitchen too.
Oh, thank you, Andrew. Yeah.
You had me right in the
Yeah.
club, and I'm putting you in
Everyone was
70.
dancing. Even
That is
Richard.
fantastic. Yeah.
Richard was this. I swear, I swear.
So if you can get this old geezer going, man, wow. I'm so
Yeah.
impressed. God bless you.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Andrew.
Fantastic. Well, that's everyone said a little complimentary there to you, Will. I hope you'll let me stay around for the last part, which is actual Mr. Richard Charles Guru.
I surely will.
Mr. Top Talent Alabama over there. So I'll sign off for this part, recording wise. Thank you again, everyone, for coming.
Thank you all.
Pleasure as always.
Thank you all.
Till the next time, Will Joy. 4 songs a time. We can feature everyone multiple times here. So see you soon. Cheers. Welcome to the Top Talent Live Hour, episode 7, part 5, with the one and only Mr. Richard Charles Guru. I always mess his name up. I say his surname right this time, but then I put his middle name. I'm sorry, Richard. How are you this evening?
Doing good. Looking forward to this. This will be fun. Give me a chance to explain some of the technology that we use.
Yeah, well, you've been here every week, and it's been a pleasure, dude. And I've got 3 little videos I'd like to show people, and then you're going to give us a kind of talk through about in detail about what, you know, the man's got 48,000 Instagram, LinkedIn followers for a reason, you know. He's invented, I don't want to spoil it. What's Let's Go Get It Out? What's the history behind Let's Go Get It Out, Richard? Your video from YouTube.
Can I introduce the first one? This first song was 56th place in the top 100 on Spotify 2020. And I was surprised I made it. And when I do music, I improvise. I don't think of it ahead. So when you listen to this, realize it's improvised from the beginning to end. It's got overdubs in the vocals, but the rest of it's live. And I wanted to say about this one.
Well, I'm ready to rock and roll if you all want to go for it. One more second, actually. I'm still an amateur here.
I think I said that wrong. I'm not sure which song you're playing first. Are you playing the live thing first, or the other one?
In the order you asked me, dude. It's called Let's Go Get It Out. That's
the one that was top 56 on Spotify 2020.
Nice. Well, let's
all
get
live.
That out there. 1, 2, 3, let's go.
Let's have a happy time. Let's have a happy time. It's a good time for us all. Let's have a happy time as can be, that you will be, and let's be happy. Let's party now. Let's have a happy time and be happy. Have a happy time. Sing along with you and me. Sing along a happy time and be happy. Have a happy time. And you can sing along all day. Let's go it out there. Let's go it out there. And have a song with you and me. Sing out there. Let's go it out there. Sing along with you and me. Sing along a happy time and be happy. a happy time. Sing along, sing a song and be free. Sing along, a happy time and be happy. Have a happy time. And you can sing along all day. Sing, let's go it out, it's out there and be happy. Let's go it out, it's out there. Sing along with me and be free. Sing, let's go it out, it's out there and be happy. Let's go it out, it's out there. I hope that you will be with me. Let's go it out there and be happy. Let's go it out there, it's out there. Sing along and be free. Sing let's go it out, it's out there and be happy. Let's go it out there, it's out there. Have a song, will be with me. Let's go it out, it's out there. I know. Let's go it out, it's out there. To be with me. Go it out, it's out there. Let's go it out, it's out there. And I will know that you will be with me. It's out there that you let's go it out there, it's out there. I know you're free. Let's go it out, it's out there. Let's go it out, it's out there. I know you that I will be. I know you tonight. Out there. Let's go it out there with you and me. With you and me.
That was beautiful. Man, that was fantastic. I'm going to go and look for the next one. There was 3 songs you want me to play out of the 5 now. There's the
I want to explain each one first.
Please.
The first one, you're probably thinking, how in the heck did he play that live? When you watch the second one, you'll see how. Now, this is part of the arranger technology that I'll talk about after the 3 songs, but it really was played live. I was doing that solo electric guitar thing and doing the rhythm thing with the left hand and singing. There's a few overdubs with vocals, but that's it. The next song, you're going to see this with my live keyboard setup that I have in here. Now, I'm not singing on this song. It's just sort of like an improv thing.
Yep.
And then after that, there'll be just an instrumental, sort of a blues thing. And then after that, I'll talk about technology.
Nice one. Can you just make sure, can you just give me the go-ahead that I'm actually screen sharing the right video? I think I am here, but I'll just give us a go-ahead that it is the right one, the right order here. Is this the one?
Yeah, I think so.
Nice. Let's go.
No sound.
Wow.
Where's the sound?
I don't know why there's no sound. I'll need to try again. Let's talk for a minute and let me find that, right? I'm sorry.
Richard, I'd like to say, can you hear me okay?
What was that?
Oh, hi, Richard. I was just going to say, wow, I absolutely love like all the. I'm kind of blown away how you did that track totally live. I know you kind of explained it.
I've sorted it. I'm so sorry about this. It was on mute up the top and it was behind the actual Zoom controls, so I couldn't even see
I'll ask you afterwards, Richard.
Yeah. Thanks for covering my backside. And Richard, ready to go this time, brother.
If you can get the audio on this next track, you'll see how.
Yeah, that's how
I'll be. Hope he can get it on the audio part. It's a YouTube video. There you go.
Isn't that just fantastic? I'm having a little bit of problem with my audios here, but it's okay.
I'll explain that if you like. It's that's sort of how, of course, the video and everything was kind of slowed down because of the internet, but it really is played live. And at the end of the next song is just going to be an instrumental, not video, just off the album. But I'll explain some of the technology after the next one. But this technology is not what people think it came from. I'm also the father of social media technology, the cell phone, the digital workstation, the video streaming, the YouTube, the Twitter concept. They all came from ideas that I presented way back and since. And one person can have a major impact on the technology. And a lot of the technology is kind of, I don't like to use the word taken, but when you give it to Yamaha, or you give it to whatever company it is, they'll use it and they won't really tell you that they're going to, but it's okay. It's the way the world is, and you just deal with it and appreciate it. But most of the technology that everybody's using in their recording studio was stuff that I actually was a major part in the invention of it, including social media. But I guess you can play the next one now, boss.
Brother, is this the blues jazz improvisation video you want me to play here? Am I right?
Yep.
Yep, cool. I'm ready then. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3.
The fuck was that?
Wow, man, absolutely awesome. I would just like to deeply apologise. I've actually went red in the face for the first time in my life. I had accidentally, I had accidentally unmuted myself on one of the laptops when I thought it was safe to do a big burp, and I'm fucking sorry. There's more ladies here than there is gentlemen, and I just done that. I cannot believe it. But yeah. Anyway. Oh, I've apologised for that. Richard, you're amazing, man. Absolutely quality. Can you give us you want to give us a kind of lesson of such that everybody here, especially listen, but anybody who hears it in the long run, Richard, let me put this spotlight on you, dude.
If anybody has any questions about what I'm going to talk about, I don't know if he wants me to do that now, but
yeah, well, that's what to do. Let's do it. Ali, then Kirsty.
I've got a question.
Kirsty.
Sure.
Hi, Richard. Do you know what? Listening to that last one, I would absolutely love to see you do that live. Do you do many performances, Richard?
I could do. Let's see. I don't know how this is going to work. Oh, wait a minute. I got to turn my keyboard back on. It keeps auto shutting off. In a minute, I'll do a little short thing on the piano so you'll know it's for real.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
fantastic. A lot of people say, oh, he didn't play that. There's no way. It's too fast. I said, no, it's not true. But the keyboard keeps shutting off. I got to turn off the auto shut off thing, this setting for it. But an arranger keyboard is something that I presented. All the technology was presented to different companies. A digital workstation, recording studio was all done on tape, as most people know back in the early days. And I suggested that they take the PZM format that Sony had, and I told Yamaha, why don't you make a digital workstation? I don't want to pay $180,000 for a digital multi-track. Well, they did. And the digital workstation came afterwards. The first multimedia computer I first gave to Apple. They turned it down. The Apple engineers left Apple, went to Commodore with all the technology and all the exact thing I told them to do, and they built the Amiga 1000, the first multimedia computer.
Did you ever get to meet any of the Steves? Wasn't he Acker Jobs? Just a little bit in there. Did you get to meet
the Big Apple guy actually was either quit or fired at that point in history. That was the early mid 80s. And Steve Jobs took some of the ideas to create his other idea, which was the advanced computer chip technology. Now, the advanced computer chip technology, the stacking of processors, and the advanced computer designs that we have today, I gave IBM back in the early 80s at the 25th anniversary of IBM. And everything that's been done since is based on it. There's nothing new. AI, computers that can think for themselves. I don't know. I told them to take their processors, which looked like a roadmap of the United States on the wall. And I said, stack up about 10 of them on top of each other and communicate not just two-dimensional, but three-dimensional. And they looked at my head, they looked at me and they said, it's going to be more powerful than a supercomputer. But remember what it's going to be like when you start doing this. So every computer that we have now uses this technology. It's nothing new. They're using my technology. They won't even admit it, but it's all true. I got an article on LinkedIn. If you follow me on LinkedIn for Richard Charles Giroux, I don't know if the name is up there anywhere, but maybe he can get my LinkedIn post out there. But
Richard Charles Giroux, I've spoken to this man. He's committed to every podcast. He's a serious guy. He does not talk any shit. Pardon my French. He doesn't, honestly. If you don't want to believe him, on you go then, fine. But you know something? He's a real McCoy. I know you are, Richard. So, but yeah, Richard Charles Giroux. Brother, you need to make a Facebook. You need to make a Facebook. Yeah, I know you don't like it, but
deleted my Facebook. I posted a post on LinkedIn last night, and it was taken down. and I'm a little upset about it because they don't like anybody telling the truth. And I've asked them to reconsider it. I'm hoping they do. But because I am the father of social media technology. In fact, recording technology, video technology, the cell phone was mine. If you think, I'll just for a second, think about what a cell phone does. It had to be a multimedia person to invent this. It wasn't Apple, believe me. And everybody uses the same technology. Doesn't matter if it's Samsung, Apple, or everybody else. So it's obviously not theirs. But the article explains it on LinkedIn, which I support LinkedIn. It's the best site in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I don't like what Facebook is doing, and so I'm not active on it too much. But I might have to get back on it and to express stuff because they probably shut it down too. But I think Facebook's more left wing, shut down your stuff than LinkedIn. I think they might. I'm actually a human rights pioneer. I did the first TV series on human rights in the whole world. It's also in my LinkedIn post. I did so much stuff that people say, "Oh, well, that's impossible. There's no way he did all that." But it's actually all connected.
Yep.
It's all the technology. I was a master German piano technician, electrical engineer. I was involved with the development of the early computers and synthesizers and all this stuff. And it's all connected. Synthesizers help develop the computers to where they are today.
Absolutely.
And if you've ever been inside of a huge, massive pipe organ, that's the idea that I thought computers should be. Multiple layers, thousands of directions, everything doing at the same time. Quit trying to travel down a 2-lane highway, which is what computers were for a long time. I said, that's got to stop. It's got to be 1,000-lane highways on 10 levels and 7 dimensions. And they were all kind of shaking their heads. And nobody will admit to any of this, but it's okay. God knows. And now you know.
Hey, brother. What's next in the world of technology? And then we'll do the round robin for everyone. What's coming next? Virtual reality, I bet you're going to tell us about.
All the technology you're hearing about in the future and now was based on my technology back that day. There's nothing new. They haven't come up with anything new. It's not new. It's just, it's taken them all this time.
Progression.
Early 80s to early, it's taken them 40 years to develop the technology that I gave them that day. And I put my input in many times since then, but for instance, I told Intel, why don't you put a video processor inside your a graphic processor inside your main processor?
It's all the money process through the years. They wanted to give you.
I never got a penny.
They give you a mobile and without a camera, then it was a camera, then there was the message service.
I was on told it was that was with Motorola. If everybody remember the bag phone,
I remember Motorola.
You had to carry a bag phone and a separate pager. And I said, this is insane. I called up Motorola. It was after I reinvented the computer technology at IBM's 25th anniversary, the main processor development plant. And where was it? 10 miles from where I'm from. I'm from Vermont. So it was in Essex Junction. They called it Burlington, Vermont, but it was really Essex Junction. But it's the same thing with this arranger behind me. If you think of all the keyboards today, I'm gonna just do a short description. I'm not gonna talk for long.
No, you're good.
The arranger is a sequencer that follows your left hand. So you program your patterns, your stuff, and it follows your left hand, and then you play the stuff on top. You've got digital recording into it. You've got digital MIDI. MIDI was my idea. I gave it to Yamaha, and I'm glad they used it. MPEG-4 and the CSMOS chip that we use in the phone, I gave to Sony, and they used it. But the arrangers got multi-sampling. I gave multi-sampling to Synclavier, and they used it. Yamaha took all the stuff from Synclavier and used it in all their keyboards. So multi-sampling, having multi-samples on top of each other is what makes keyboards sound so realistic. And I'm the father of this. I invented it, all of it. Yes, sir.
Does your keyboard have a monitor on the top of it? Or am I seeing things?
There's a monitor behind it. So when I do my multi-camera switching, which I do live, that second song, I was switching live. That wasn't edited later. I was switching the cameras and stacking the things live. I've got foot pedals and programmable thing, right, as you can see right there. And if you watched it carefully, you saw me hit it a few times. And no, that was live. That was a live thing, and I want to do more of it in concerts around the world if I can develop the connections. But
well, dude, you're an absolute amazing musician. You're a pleasure to be around and talk to you, and I'm happy to call you a friend now. And I would like to say my piece with just saying thanks for being you and coming here every week. And if people listen to you, they can learn. If people want to laugh, people laugh at me. People steal my ideas as well. Not as big as yours, but the music thing, I'm inventing new ways to promote all the time. And I do it. And you see other people, I feel, you know what? Give yourself a pat on the back for anybody that stole your technology, because, you know.
Every musician that I've heard on your show has God talent. It's the God force in all of us that gives us our talent, our humanity, our connection with everything. I mean, everybody is just as talented as I am. I'm nothing special or anything better than anybody else. We all are equally gifted. I don't believe that, that somebody's better than somebody else. When I was tuning pianos for all the world's greatest musicians and keyboardists and pianists, they'd always say, "Oh, Richard, you're the best pianist. You're the fastest pianist alive." And Oscar Peterson developed a recording studio. I hope he's still alive. I'm not sure. But it was a pleasure tuning the pianos. But the German Steinway advanced technology that I had to learn doing that was what got me developed into all this stuff later and influenced my life forever. So everybody, please don't think I'm anything different than you, all of you. You all have God talent. Connect to it. It's something that's special that God gives you. And I sure don't like what's going on right now in Afghanistan, because that is horrible. Any questions from the group?
Well, we're going to go in the circle. Who's first? Well, Joy?
Yeah, I can be first. I mean, incredible story, and usually the reality is more incredible than the fiction. So, but back to the music, I liked your blues song a lot. It got me jamming with my harmonica for a while there. I'm not sure if you saw or heard.
I seen you. I commented you did. I could see you.
All right. Yeah. Yes, you did. I see. So
Thank
yeah,
you.
I have to ask, since you have the most awesomest studio I have seen in a while. So I'm sure you won't give any numbers, but does 5 figures?
What was that?
Is 5 figures enough to cut the cost of your studio?
No, this one keyboard alone is 8,000.
Yeah, I was thinking that it's going to 6 figures, isn't it?
The Yamaha Genos was actually my invention. And they try to say, "Oh, well, it's people from all over the world." The keyboard behind me over here is what they used to have for an arranger. And I said, "No, it's all wrong. You got to do this and this and this and this and every single detail." The Genos, that's funny, Genos, Giroux, Gene. I mean, it's almost named after me in a sense, but everything that the Genos was exactly what I told them to do. And I'm glad they did, because I love it.
Yeah.
The sampling grand, I've got several of them here. There's 2, but it's just the one I use. I like it's a Casio. I just like the way that they have other synthesizer sounds in it. But the other room, I'm only showing. I've got 3 studios here. The other room across the hall is the video live switching production studios on across the hall, and out in the living room is the live video filming, with 3 remote control HD cameras and setups. And so, yeah, I'm very advanced, and just about all the technology I actually helped invented and influenced, and still am influencing. I'm still influencing. They don't tell you that. That's what's sad, in my opinion. They should give credit where credit is due, in my opinion. But all you guys are incredible
You'll get
people.
your credit. You'll get your credit, man. You'll get your credit. You'll get your credit.
I don't care.
You'll get your credit. If I've got anything to say about it, you'll get your
Any
credit.
other questions?
Let's write an article about everyone's got a question. Acacia had her hand up a second ago.
I don't have a question. I just say, like, you're incredible. Your story is incredible. And, like, I love the composition of your music. Like, I'm just honored to be part of whatever you're doing as a viewer. Like, it's incredible. Yeah.
I'm going to add a few things that people don't know out there. That when I did my human rights stuff, I'm here in Birmingham, Alabama, and I'm filming all the Black pioneers. I know this is stuff that people don't like to say online, but All Life Matters was mine. BLM. They asked for permission to use it. I said, it's fine as long as they use it right. But there's some issues with the group. I'm not going to get into that. But I filmed all the Black pioneers, and they were incredible people. For people that think that other races, I'm part Native American too. Anybody that thinks a Black person is anything lesser, I mean, they're incredible people. All races are. I've had so many brothers and sisters I've met that were incredible, heartwarming. Their music was incredible. I mean, look what they did all through history. And but most of the ones I filmed are now passed away, and the new ones that are around aren't following what they should do. It's sad. We need to respect everybody equally.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree with you more. Dorothy, then Ali, they want to say something, and then the KLJ. Dorothy.
Nothing special.
Sorry, yes, I'll go. Yeah.
Ladies.
Okay. Sorry. Am I echoing?
I'll keep on sharing his music until he gets to the top.
Yeah, Ali, I feel you, man. I feel you, dude. Thanks very much. Dorothy, sorry, Ali, I introduced you both and you both spot as my
okay, that's why. No, I just wanted to say, Richard, I love your music. It's also the history about, behind it and everything you've shared on this platform with us. So privileged to listen to you and see you actually live playing. That was really, really good. Very, very captivating. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks, God bless you.
Certainly not last, certainly not least, but last. Mother half KLJ. What you got to
You lost some people, but that's okay.
Oh, do you know what, Richard? The more we get to know you, the more interesting you are. I could literally just sit and listen to you for days on end. I'm soaking up all your information. You're such a wealth of knowledge, and I love that. And listening to the jazz piece that you did, the live one, that's something I'd love to find that again. Actually, is that on your YouTube channel, Richard?
Yes. There's other 2 vocal songs on it, and let me do something with my keyboard.
Please.
Let me just do this. I'm playing it messed up, but that's me going fast, but I messed up there. It's the video doesn't catch up to it, but yeah.
Mega.
So quick. Yeah.
Mega. Are you, Richard, are you up for like helping maybe be like some kind of artist development for people, but like young artists, are you interested in helping them? Because I mean, like I'm sure you've got lots of knowledge there, but I know you're retired now. How much spare time do you have?
I'm much more into the helping people with the technology, right. and humanity of it. But technology is mainly what I help people with. If someone's trying to do a new TV series or film something or understand how to do something, I've got a lot of friends all over the world now. And I ran the largest TV network in the Southeast. It was called the Alabama Cable Network, 5 states. And Newsmax is my favorite network now for news, so I watch them all the time. But the media really needs to start being more honest and pure with itself, not trying to let somebody twist it one way or twist it another.
I will back you on that 100%.
But no, God is very much alive.
Mainstream media talks rubbish. I'll back you on that. There we go. 100%.
Somebody else had a question?
Yeah, I think we went round. Does anyone else got anything to say? Because Berserk and Cat are not there anymore for some reason. We've all said
okay.
Compliments.
Another time, I'll be around at these shows off and on.
Dude, if you've got anything else to say, I'm not cutting you off. You can keep talking, brother. Or every few months, come on and be a guest again. You know, so it's like it's a 4-song, half-hour slot usually. So, dude, every few months, please come back. You know, it's an honor to know you. I class you a friend. I hope you think the same of me.
Rich, I've got one last question actually.
Sure.
Richard, this is going to sound like such a really simple thing that I'm asking you, but what's the difference between a synthesizer and a keyboard?
Synthesizers originally were technology that had to synthesize it out of things. In other words, either a Moog, which was analog, a Synclavier, or DX7, which is digital. It's taking a sort of computer technology and synthesizing. I used to use a VIC-20 that makes electronic sounds. A computer can synthesize sound, but digital sampling is actually recording real sound and multi-sample is multiple samples of that. And then when you have an arranger, you've got hundreds of sounds combined that is digital sample. So most keyboards today are actually digital sampling. You'll see synthesizers that use different FM or there's all different types of words for them, but it's different ways of synthesizing. But even a sampling, in a sense, is synthesizing it. It's just using an actual recorded sound to use as its form for its base for the sound generation. So they really, keyboards have a lot in common. You can buy an arranger keyboard with digital sampling in for $150 online. It's nothing that expensive to get. They're really all the same, but there's different ways in the way that they generate and manipulate the sound.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Thanks, Richard. Yeah, no, I've always wondered that. So you've answered my question.
Any more questions here, anybody? I hate to end the show at any time. The 3.5 hours long, I start to feel.
Oh, you're fine. You can end it.
I'm starving. I'm Hank Marvin. I'm Ringo starving. Yeah, man. But no, if there's any more questions, continue. But you know, Richard, it's been a pleasure.
Anytime. God bless you all. God bless you all. Seriously, from the bottom of my
heart.
Thank you.
See you all next week at episode 8, hopefully.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Another great show. Thank you, everyone, for coming. It's been awesome again.
Cheers. Bye.